Hey everybody, it's Joe from NCP Mon Outdoors. I'm out at my hunting property with my friend Brody. We are cleaning up the trails and getting ready for upcoming hunting season. So while we're here tonight, I'm going to cook dinner. And what we've decided to cook tonight is some pasta. We're going to use some home-style marinara sauce. We're going to use some half-cut spaghetti here, you can see from Harris Teeter. And a really special treat, we've got some sweet Italian bear sausage. So we're going to use that as our protein tonight. And then to cook it in, I'm going to use this, which is some new piece of gear I got. This is a US 1962 DSA 4126 Lace cook kit. So it comes with this frying pan lid on top here. I'm just going to take this off so you can see it. So it's got this frying pan lid on top, and then it comes with two pots to cook in. So this is all aluminum, it's not stainless steel, so I don't want to cook the tomato sauce in it, and there's issues sometimes when you cook foods that are acidy like tomato sauce and those kinds of things with aluminum. So I'm just going to use the pot to boil the water to cook the pasta. And then what I'm going to do is use my new piece of gear, which is right here. This is my new Pathfinder 120 ounce bush pot, and I'm going to use this to cook the meat in. And then once the pasta's done, I'm going to throw it in with the meat, throw it in with the sauce, mix it all together, and kind of serve it. So that's the plan for tonight. So let me go ahead and get the Coleman stove started, and then we'll get some of these, some pot filled with water and the other pot filled with the bear meat. So I'll bring you right back as soon as I'm ready to show you that. All right, everybody, so I got the stove lit, so I'm going to go ahead and I put the bear meat there, as you can see, in the bush pot here. So I'm just going to leave that kind of handle up, and I'm going to kind of fry this up right in this pot. We'll just kind of break that up with the spatula here as that starts to go, and then the fat from the meat kind of start cooking, and we'll get that going. And then this side is obviously the water with this aluminum pot, so I'm just going to go ahead and set on my second burner and turn this on. Go. All right, so we'll go ahead and set this on there and get that cooking. So the lid, you can see that little handle hits on a little piece of aluminum on the side there, so it keeps it from falling in. So it's down, it won't stay up. So we're just going to leave it like that and get this water boiling and put the pasta in there. And then I think to strain it, I've got my pot holders there, but I'm going to use, I think, the frying pan lid from this kit. You use that to strain the water out from the pasta. So let's go ahead and get that boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add, John's got actually, Brody's got this little spice thing here, so I'm going to add some salt to the water, like every good Italian does. Add some salt to the water. I'm not going to add any spices to the meat. I think that'll be okay. And I don't think there's anything in here that I want to add. Maybe a little garlic salt to the tomato sauce. I may add a little bit of garlic salt in there. Maybe a little black pepper. Maybe I will add a little something. So, but let's go ahead and get this stuff cooking right now. So once that bear meat starts to sizzle up and then this starts to boil, I'll bring you back when I'm throwing in the pasta. All right, everybody. So I got the bear meat here, or the bear sweet Italian sauces, I should say. I think it's cooked. It looks all the way through. It looks pretty gray, so I think that's... I don't see any red pieces of meat in there. I wanted to make sure it was fully cooked. It certainly looks like it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and I think you can see that right there in the camera. So I'll just kind of tip it a little bit. And yeah, so that's the bear meat. So it looks really good. It smells really good. You can smell the kind of the Italian sausage spices that are in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the marinara sauce here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this jar of home-style marinara sauce. We're going to just add it right in with the bear meat. And I'm going to use a little bit of water. This sauce is sometimes a little bit thicker than I like. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of push some water in the jar to get out the rest of the sauce, and then put that in. So let's go ahead and do that while I stay right there. Just going to go ahead and put a little bit of water. Alright, and then I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to just kind of swish it up like this, just to get that little bit of sauce and add a little bit more liquid, because like I said, I don't like it too thick. So we're just gonna get this in the trash. Alright, so now I'm gonna kind of let this simmer, and what I'm gonna do is, since my second burner on this Coleman stove, you know, I'm still waiting for the water to boil for the pasta, I'm just gonna go ahead and move, switch places here. So what I'm gonna do is, let me get a paper towel. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is put this down here. I'm going to switch and put the bear meat on the second burner and just kind of let that simmer. So while that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully get this to boil and get this pasta in there really quick. And then when it's done, I'm going to drain this out, like I said, with the lid from this cook set, and we'll throw the pasta right in there and have it all together and ready for dinner. So let me go ahead and bring you back when we're ready to drop the pasta and strain it out. All right, everybody, so I'm still waiting for the water to boil for the pasta, but the bear sausage and marinara sauce is just about to start bubbling and simmering real nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it another stir. I can see the steam coming off of it, which is good. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of this garlic salt. I would have brought garlic from home, but I forgot. So I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic salt in here. There's not a lot coming out, but that's okay. We'll just add a little bit of garlic salt, add a little more flavor, give that a quick stir. And this is about to start, like I said, just a very slow simmer. You keep stirring it. Don't want the sauce to burn or stick to the bottom. So we'll let that keep continuing to heat up, and then hopefully this water will boil in another minute. We'll add the pasta and then get that to just about al dente before we drop it in the sauce. So let me bring you back when that's boiling and we can add the pasta. Alright, so in order to help get this aluminum pot to boil a little bit faster, I actually took the lid from the 120 ounce bush pot, and it fits perfectly right on top of that aluminum pot. So put the lid on, hopefully it'll boil quicker, and then once it does, we'll add the pasta. So, alright everybody, the pasta water's boiling here, so I'm just going to drop this half cut pasta in there. I think I'm going to cook a good amount of it for me and John, maybe just save a little bit, and then once that boils up to al dente, we'll drop it in the pot with the sauce, so stay tuned. Alright everybody, so the pasta is done. I'm going to go ahead and strain this off camera. I'm just going to use a couple pot holders here. So I'm going to use a pot holder here, take this, use this lid to help strain out the liquid, and then once I have the pasta, we're just going to dump it right back into the pot with the meats and the meat sauce, and then put it over here just to heat it back up again real quick, and then we'll be ready to serve. So let me go ahead and strain this off camera, and then I'll bring you right back when I dump the pasta into the other pot. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and just take this pasta and just dump it right into the sauce. Ooh, it's hot. There we go. Got all the pasta out. Perfect. Alright, put this off to the side. And then all I'm going to do is just move this bush pot over here on the main burner and turn the gas down. Just turn the gas down, and we're going to mix that up. And then we'll be ready to serve. Let's go ahead and just add that with the sauce, those noodles. Get it all mixed. It's going to look absolutely delicious. Look at that. Get those noodles. Get it heated up so those noodles absorb some of the sauce and some of the flavor right into the noodles. And I think you all can see that on camera right there, can't you? Yeah, that looks absolutely beautiful. Brody's going ahead and getting the fire started for us. So we're going to have some bear, sweet Italian sausage, and pasta. So let's go ahead and give this a minute to heat up again real quick. Then we'll get it into our bowls, and we'll be ready to do a taste test and eat. All right, everybody, so the pasta and stuff is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of scoop some out and put it right into this bowl right here for me, and I'll do one for Brody, and we'll have our dinner for tonight. This looks absolutely amazing. Let's do a quick taste test with this particular bowl right here. You can see all that bear Italian sausage with the spaghetti. I got kind of a spork thing going. Let me try a taste. Okay, wow, that's really good. Really tasty. You can taste the Italian bear sausage there. It's got good flavor. And this is just going to be an absolutely great meal tonight. So let me go ahead and turn this gas off, shut down the stove, and we're going to go have some dinner. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. We're almost to 700 subscribers. When we hit 700 subscribers, we'll do another giveaway. Got a couple ideas for that. So please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll have another video for you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.